Kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support to give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated and appreciated. So the oil theft process. Okay, exporting and importing of oil in Nigeria, in the country called Nigeria. You know, when you call right now, majesties, a lot of you are aware what is going on in the country called Nigeria. Protest is ongoing, and about, if not 20, and some have lost their life. Some cities right now are there's curfew in some states right now in the country, and some people right now are living in fear because the protest is turning into something else. I think I said it in the other video that it is still peaceful protest, but there are people who are waiting to take advantage of this protest to do evil, and more than 20 persons have lost their life and a lot more are injured. We see where security men are, releasing tear gases on citizens who are protesting without arms. They're releasing tear gases on them. We see a situation whereby, a lot is happening, majesties. Now, this is where I want to take you deeper into the reason why this is happening. This is happening because people are tired of the system, and a lot is done to people's face right now without hide. Like, corruption is rubbed on people's faces. They don't hide it anymore. This is why people are going out and saying enough is enough. Remember when we talk about Dangote refinery, how the West is sabotaging Dangote refinery? And I think I had a video about how Dangote had to buy crude oil in US dollars. Crude oil that is Nigeria's property. Dangote will have to buy this crude oil in US dollars. And I felt something was off. Okay? How can you be buying? Okay, let's say the crude oil is for the government. So Dangote, that is a private sector, will have to buy this crude oil from the government. Now, why not he buy this crude oil in Naira, the currency of the Nigerian people? Dangote had to buy the crude oil in dollars. You see, a lot is not matching. It's not connecting. And we talked about that. After some, maybe a week or after some days of that video where we talk about that, I saw that the federal government have finally agreed to sell crude oil to Dangote in Naira. Okay? Because I think a lot of people started talking about it, and people became informed, and it's like the government had no other option but to sell this crude oil to Dangote in Naira. Now, the question I had was, if the government could do this, why prolonged it up to a time where people's attention was drawn to it before you could change it? That is to say, the government is a lot involved, or in a lot, okay, what am I speaking? That is to say, the government is so much involved in the reason why Dangote could not operate fully. I thought of that. And you know what, majesties? There are iotas of truth in what I thought about. And that's what I'm going to take you through today. Now, this is going to be a complex one. I don't know how you understand this, but I'm going to put it out to you as it is coming. It has been said that it's quite unfortunate. Like, I think the news is now going around, and I'm just ashamed. I'm just ashamed for the president of Nigeria. I don't know, because it is said that Tinubu and his son has a refinery in Malta. Hey, so they are the ones. They are in business. So they take out this crude oil to their refinery in Malta and refine this crude oil there. And then they transport this crude oil from Malta to Africa, to Nigeria. And so by doing so, it's very, very expensive. And then you see the reason why there's a need to sabotage the refinery in the motherland. Because the refinery in Malta had to keep going. So while what's his name? While Dangote was being interviewed, he was trying to hide something. I'm going to put the clips out there. He was pained. He's trying to voice out, but he's looking for a way to make it so he don't want to make it obvious. But it's like the moment you call that name Malta, oh, there are people, we know of people who have refineries in Malta, and you know, now trust Nigerians. Nigerians started digging, and this is how all these things came out, to our greatest surprise. And then what surprised the citizens more is that they discovered that this refinery in Malta is owned by their able president, aka Jagaban. So I'll be putting out this for you to see. It explains better.
You remember when Aliko Dangote alleged, still on oil and gas, you remember when Aliko Dangote alleged that some folks at the NNPC had set up a plant in Malta. Let's remind everyone what he said. Take a listen.
When we go ahead, we will say more. We will say more in the sense that we know where they blend this in. Some of the terminals, some of the NNPC people, and some, traders have opened a blending plant somewhere off Malta. We all know these areas. We know what they are doing. It's not that we don't know.
Now, Mele Kyari did come out to refute that. Here is his tweet. He extensively said that, this is something that he has no knowledge of. Now, here's the thing. What happened now is that folks started digging into Nigeria's imports from Malta. And here's what was brought up. Between Business Day, Nairalytics, this is a research arm of Nairametrics, and MBS data, here's what was found. So basically, now, Malta is not much of a heavyweight when it comes to oil and gas, right? $47.5 million worth of imports in 2023 from Malta into Nigeria. Big spike to $2 billion in 2023. Peak 2015, that is before 2023, $117 million. But here's the thing, between 2017 and 2022, there were zero imports from Malta. All of a sudden, in 2023, in the second quarter in particular, you've got 181 billion naira worth of imports. Quarter three, you have 561 billion, and then quarter four, 291 billion. You add it all together, convert, you get about $2 billion worth. So, it's raised some eyebrows. Again, the NNPC has, Mele Kyari has refuted the allegation from Aliko Dangote. But when you look at those numbers, perhaps we need to get some further explanation as to why there was all of a sudden a spike in imports from Malta going into Nigeria.